I want to talk to the teens today. All right, today is kid/teen kid/teen Sunday. All right, so that's why we had a lot of the kids uh, participating in service, and I want to talk to them a little bit, and then I'm gonna share some words with them. Okay. Uh, First thing I want to do, I want to open it up in a question and answer type thing. Not for the adults, only for the kids. All right. Y'all got any questions of me as your pastor that I can help you with? Any questions? Yes, ma'am. Can I be your teacher? I can be your teacher. Yes, I can teach you the Bible. Yes, ma'am, I can. All right. Anything, questions and answers. Anybody got any questions and answers? As far as church-wise, as far as your growth, as far as how can I help you? Anybody? Any question and answer? Yes, ma'am. I can. I can. I can help your sisters. Yes, ma'am, I can. All right. Anybody got anything else? Yes. Can't get your pony. We're gonna get your pony, but it might not be the real pony. All right, might not be the real pony. All right. All right. So we good? Anybody got any other questions before we start? All right. So here we go. This message is going to be threefold. I'm going to talk to the kids. I'm going to talk to the teens. And I'm going to indirectly talk to the parents. What do you mean by, what do you think I mean by indirectly? I'm not going to, go ahead. Say it one more time. All right. So, mama and daddy, or if you ain't even married, and if you married and ain't got no kids, you're in the right place. You're in the right place to get some training before you have babies. All right? But I want to talk to you about that. All right? So here we go. All right? All right, so we good? What you say? You said, okay. All right. So I want you to turn to Ephesians. I'm going to do the kids first. And then somewhere in there between the kids, the mamas and the dads are going to get hit. And then I'm going to save the teens for last. All right? Going to save the teens for last. Ephesians 6. Ephesians chapter 6. Verse 1 through 3. It's for the kids. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 1 through 3. All right, for the kids. Y'all ready? All right. It says, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Verse 2. Honor thy father and mother, which is the first commandment with promise. Verse 3. That it may be well with thee, and thou may live long on the earth. So let me talk to the kids. All right. Children, it says, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Children, you have to obey your mothers and your fathers. Y'all listening to me. I need all the kids' attention. Obey your mothers and your fathers. Y'all got it. Obey them. What does obey mean? Can somebody tell me what obey mean? What did obey mean? Listen to your parents. That's right. Why do God tell the kids to listen to their parents? Anybody? Why? So you can live long on the earth. That's right. Why? Why else? Huh? And be good. Why else? So you won't get in trouble. Go ahead. What else? So you get more stuff. All right. So let me tell you why the Lord said, obey your parents. Because the Lord put all the emphasis on your mother and your daddy. Y'all don't have no worries. Only thing y'all got to do is just obey. If you obey, then you are well with God. Y'all see that? Y'all don't have to worry about no light bill, no water bill, no clothes. Y'all ain't got to worry about none of that. Only thing you got to do is just obey. All the responsibilities are on your parents. Everybody see that? All right. And then it moves from verse 1. It says, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Everybody understand that? So your mama, everybody understand that? Obey your parents. I'm talking to the kids right now. I'm talking to the small kids. Obey them. It don't matter if you understand. It don't matter if you agree. You just obey. Everybody see that? And then it moves from obey to honor. Verse 2. Honor thy mother and father, which is the first commandment of promise. Now, I'm about to move from the kids to the adults. Honor your mother and father. Whenever somebody honors you, they move towards you. Whenever somebody dishonors you, they move away from you. Parents, is your kids avoiding you? I said parents. I ain't talking to the kids. Is your kids avoiding you? Do they stay in that room and not talk to you? Do they not communicate to you? How am I going to honor? Say it out now. If me and Brother Johnson is in relationship and I want to honor Brother Johnson, the only way I can honor him is by him being in my presence. I can't honor him with him being at his house and I'm at my house. The only way I'm going to truly honor him is he in my presence and I exchange words, give him a gift, buy him something to eat, whatever. In order to honor somebody, they got to be in your presence. So God tells, honor thy mother and father. How is your kids going to honor you when they are not even in your presence? Moreover, here's the question. Why they're not in your presence? That was for the parents. I think I hit up on something. Why do I go in my room and shut my door? Quiet in here. I think I hit something now. I'm going to bag off because it ain't for the mamas and daddies, it's for the kids. I'm going to bag off that. All right? In order for your kids to honor you, they got to be able to come to you. So the question is, why can't they come to you? Why do they don't feel comfortable enough coming to you? You can't honor nobody if you ain't in that presence. And it says, honor thy mother and father. It didn't say just mama. I just stepped up on something for real, man. Everybody, it didn't say just honor the mama. So let me talk about me. Let me use me for an example. When I was coming up with all my kids, I was young. Me and my wife been married 20-some years now. Been married 20-some years. We got 9 kids, 7 adult kids. 7 adult kids. And we was coming up early on in our marriage. I used to tear my kids up. I used to, oh my God, I used to beat them. They were scared of me. But here's the deal. They always went to their, and then here you go. They always went to the mama, and then when I'm in the house, they in their room. Why is that? No kids, y'all put them down. No, put them down. Why can your children not obey you? Matter of fact, they can obey you, but they doing it. Obey really means to listen, submit to the authority. People can, in the military, I'm an EA. I can tell a private, go do that. They can go. Why? Because they got to. And they almost fear for Article 15. All right? But I can come to my office and say, hey, bro, what's up, man? Hey, what's going on, son? Hey, do me a favor. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah. Can you do it for me? Gone. And he's going to do it better like that than me tell him, hey, go do. See what I'm saying? What's my point? Maybe your kids only doing it because they have to. Maybe they're only doing it because they have to. Man, good God Almighty. Boy. Ooh, it's going to be tough. I said I'm going to preach for 20 minutes, though. All right. Obey. Kids, obey your parents. You got to obey. It don't matter if you like it or if you don't like it. You have to obey. Everybody got it? And then honor means they got to be able to come into your presence to honor you. Parents, why can't your kids come to you? This is something you think about. Man, I had to take a real good assessment of me. Why won't my kids come to me? Why? All right. Then verse 3 said, obey and honor that it may be well with you. Kids, if it's going to be well with you, you got to honor your parents. And then it says that they might live long on the earth. Listen to me, kids. Y'all listen to me. If you going to live long on the earth, y'all want to be old? Y'all want to grow up to be old people? Most people do. Listen. If you want to hang around a long time, you got to obey your parents. When you disobey your parents, you cut life off you. Everybody understand that? You cut life off when you disobey your parents. Everybody got it? All right. Let me get this to the parents real quick. Obey means to submit to and do what they say do. Right? Question. Why don't your kids really when they say obey, I mean they do it because they have to. But why don't they do it with the right spirit? Why don't your kids really submit to you? Maybe because they don't see you submit to nobody. Maybe your kids is doing to you what you do to other folks. When you at home, your son in this room and you in that room, separation. They only doing to you what they see you do to other people. Genesis 1:24 says that a seed reproduces after its own kind. And a seed is not only what you put in the ground, a seed is what you plant. So maybe your kids is only doing what they see you do. They don't want to submit to you. They don't want to do what you say. They don't want to listen. Ask yourself the question. Who are you submitting to? Who are you listening to? You see what I'm saying? That's where it comes from. All right? Colossians. Colossians. All right. I'm still talking to the teens right now. I negated parents a little bit. I'm still talking to the kids right now. All right. Colossians 3:20. Colossians 3:20. All right. All right. Colossians 3:20-21. Children, obey your parents in all things. Listen to me, kids. Obey your parents in how much? All things. How much do you got to obey your parents? All things. Y'all see that? All right? For it's pleasing to the Lord. Everybody understand this? Children, you got to obey your parents in all things. All right, here you go. Verse 20, verse 21. Fathers, provoke not your children to anger. Fathers, do not provoke your kids to anger or wrath, unless they be discouraged. Why is the Lord telling the fathers not to provoke the children to wrath or anger? Because what's happening now, the Lord knew that the relationship of the father was going to bleed into the relationship of the kids. So the relationship, the father got a relationship with the mother, or the father got a relationship with the wife, and that relationship is not good for whatever reason. After that relationship, it comes the kids' relationship. And what most men do, they take the negativity what's on this relationship and they start to do what? Bleed down to the relationship with the child. And most kids feel the provokingness. Provoking is nothing but a, hey, why didn't you do? Why didn't you do? I'm a prime example. When me and my wife early on, when we got married, and I used to get mad, I used to get aggravated. The first place I went to was who? The who? Why? Why didn't you do that? What did I say? Why didn't you do that? Fathers, do not provoke your kids to wrath. Because God knew that your relationship with your spouse was going to bleed in to your relationship with your kids. Check your relationship with your kids. How do you respond to them? How do you respond to them? When you and your wife or you and the mother just got in an argument, and then little Johnny comes in the room, how do you respond to little Johnny? Quiet in here. Put them down. Do not fathers. It didn't say mothers, it said father, it said daddies. Why? Because he knew the woman know how to turn it off. But the man do not know how to take a relationship problem with him and his wife and dissect it and don't let it interfere with his relationship with his kid. And the reason why most kids is turned off is because the father do not know how to manage the relationship. All right. All right. That's what I'm going to be at right here. All right. I'm going to give you some scriptures I want you to read, but not right now. I'm now going into the relationship on teens. I done hit the small kids. I done hit the parents. Now I'm dealing with the kids. If you are 12 years or older, I want your undivided attention. Now, this is for you. All right. I ain't gonna turn there. I want you to read it. All right, Isaiah 10:25 and Jeremiah 27:2. All right. All right. I want to talk to you about 5 minutes for these teens. I'm going to let y'all go. We're going to be done. Can anybody, I want, if you're 12 years or older, I want you looking at me. Because this what I'm about to give you going to be powerful. It's going to be powerful. Anybody know what an ox is? Talking about the teens. Anybody know what an ox is? An ox. An ox. An ox. An animal. An animal. All right? But what does the ox do? Huh? All right. So let me tell you what an ox does. Stay with me. I need you to stand with me. I need you to pay attention. I'm going to give you something powerful. What an ox does, when an ox is huge, they use ox to pull or to plow stuff or to pull a carrier, right? So an ox is an animal that grows huge. An ox grows tremendous. I mean, they use him like if they're going to pull up grass or they're going to pull up a yard. Back in the old days, they would put an ox, a big ox, and hook them up to a plow, and that joker plow the yard. Everybody understand with me? And because the ox gets so big and so huge, they could not control the ox. So what they did, as soon as the ox was born, I need you to stay with me. Hey, I need your undivided attention. You understand me? I need you looking at me. As soon as the ox was born, they put a yoke around the ox's neck. I told you what an ox was. An ox is a big, huge beast that they use to turn stuff up. And when that joker got big, you could not get on the ox and make the ox plow this dirt. Why? Because he's not gonna obey. The ox is not gonna obey. Why? Say it one more time. He's uncontrollable. The ox gets so big and so huge. You're not going to come in there and put a carry on the ox neck. So what they do, as soon as the ox is born, they put a yoke around the ox neck. As a baby, they put a yoke around his neck. Stay with me, team. I'm going to take y'all somewhere. And as the ox grew, it's only one thing that he responds to. And what's that? What is it? The yoke. Why? Because that yoke has been with him since he was a baby. So now the ox is huge. And he got a yoke around his neck. If I want the ox to go this way, what do? I yank him. Why? Because he responds to the yoke. Where the enemy is no different. Teens, the enemy sees to put a yoke around your neck early. He sees to put a yoke around your neck when you're young. So that later on in life, he will be able to, say it one more time, control you. So in school, when the young girls, oh yeah, it's good to just, we can just meet. It's funny when you kiss it. starts out like that. I'm talking to the teens now. Put a yoke around your neck when you're young. They put the yoke around the ox's neck when he was a baby. So when he became huge, they ain't got to say nothing. They just pull him. And he obeyed because he responded to the yoke. The yoke is now controlling him. The devil seeks to put yokes around kids' necks early. It seems very harmless. It seems very harmless. Don't you like me, girl? It ain't gonna tell nobody. It's trying to put a yoke around your neck at 12. So when you become 25, you become a lesbian. It seems harmless at 10. But that's the devil putting a yoke around your neck. So when you become older, he can control you. Hey, man, ain't nothing wrong with this, man. Just take one puff. Just try just one time. Oh, man. Yeah, boy. Man, it seems fun. When you're smoking the one cigarette, and the one cigarette goes from a cigarette to a joint, from a joint to pills, from pills to crack. It's funny. It's cool. But there's an enemy behind it that's slowly putting the yoke around your neck. So at first it was cool. At first it was hanging out with the boys doing it. Now you got to wake up every day doing it. It's no longer cool. It's now controlling you. Well, baby, you know, I love you. I need y'all boys paying attention. I love you, girl. Come on in. There's an enemy trying to put a yoke around your neck at an early age. So when you're 30, now you got 3 baby daddies. Boys. Yeah, man, she's fine, man. I'm telling you. Go ahead and. A trick of the enemy. Trying to put a yoke around your neck early. At 16. When you're having sex. Put it around your neck early. So now you're 33. And you paying child support for 2 kids. Putting a yoke around your neck early. So later on in life, it can control you. Some of y'all are doing great. But some of y'all are around the wrong people. You're around the wrong crowd. And there's nothing but the devil. Slowly, if I only can close the deal before she turned 15. If I get this yoke around her neck before she turned 17, I can seize the deal. If I can just get one more girl to say, you fine. Just touch me. If I can do that, that spirit of homosexuality would click. Everything the devil wants to do to teenagers, he don't do it when you're 30. He do it when you're 12. And he take yokes and he put it around your neck when you're 13. So when you become 40, he ain't got to say nothing. He just speak and you obey. Why? Because he's not talking to you. He's talking to the yoke. All of us in here. Well, most of us in here. Your mama, your daddy ain't going to tell you. But I'm going to tell you. Do you know what most of us is in here doing every Sunday? We trying to redo what we done wrong 20 years ago. They ain't going to tell you that. They trying to right and fix what we done wrong 20 years ago. And here I am telling you to don't let the devil put a yoke around your neck. I don't care what it is. The Bible says, I'm going to close on this with your teenagers. The Bible says that the anointing destroys the yoke. The anointing that destroys the yoke. The anointing is the calling God has on you. And that calling God has on you can destroy the thing that the devil is putting on you. But the thing about it is, nobody has prophesied to y'all and told you what your anointing is. Nobody. And here you go. And it got to be the daddy or either another male. Because God gives the identity to the male. And the reason why some of us got this yoke around our neck, or possibly the yoke around our neck, or the devil trying to put a yoke around your neck, is because no man have ever told you who you were. And he's trying to put a yoke around your neck to stop the calling that God has on your life. But we're finna break that today. Give no room to the enemy. Everything that you see, teenagers, everything that you see is a yoke. It's a yoke. It's a yoke. Trying to put it on your neck now while you young. So later on, it can control you. Do not fall into the trap. It's a yoke. It seems fun in the beginning. It seems like it's nice in the beginning, but it's a yoke. It's a yoke. And it wants to control your destiny. Don't allow the yoke of teenage lives or the teenage life yoke you now where it will control you later. Everybody understand that? We spoke to the kids, telling them to obey and honor. We talked to the parents, and then we talked to the teens. And what we're about to do, we're about to line all these kids up. And if you want me to pray with your kids, fine. If you don't want me to pray for them, I'm going to be the parents' call. If you want me to pray with your kids, you bring them up to the altar. If you don't want me to pray for them, then you just keep them in the chair with you. Okay? At this time, go ahead and go back to your parents.